you are making you about to change this patient sheets or whatever, you actually need a plastic bag with you to put the soiled linen in. If not a plastic bag, you will require a hamper. So just to say this is the beginning of the skill, at first State Board did have y'all where y'all had to do an occupied bed change. If you have to do an an unoccupied bed change, they typically had a patient sitting on the bed. You come in the room, introduce yourself, tell the patient what you're about to do, patient leave. So typically it will start off, I knocked at the door, patient sitting right here. How you doing, Miss Rogers? And I'm fine. My name is Jason. I'm your student nurse assistant for today. I am here to change your sheets, Miss Rogers. Is that okay? Yes. Ms. Rogers, can I look at your identification? I will never touch Ms. Rogers. I will look at her identification to identify her. After I identify Ms. Rogers, I will inform Ms. Rogers, I'm about to step away. I'm gonna wash my hands. After I wash my hands, I will gather my supplies and I will begin making your bed. So I can step away. I'm gonna gather a hamper, or you can get a plastic bag to put your soiled linen in. Anytime it's a possibility that you will come in contact with blood or body fluids, you are required to wear gloves. Should I put on gloves? Yes, because it's a possibility Ms. Rogers can have blood up under these sheets or anything. So I definitely need to wear gloves for this skill. So it's no gloves in here at this moment, so I'm not gonna use gloves, but be clear, if you were performing this skill, you will wear gloves. Be clear about your linen too. With linen, you cannot let linen touch your clothes. Why not? I'm walking like you because of all them germs. Your linen has to be held away from you. If you're carrying linen, if you're in the hallway carrying linen, your clean linen needs to be in a plastic bag. Okay? So with the soiled linen, I will have on gloves even though I don't. And I will roll this linen away from me. Removing this linen, I will roll it away from me. I want to roll it away from me. The pillowcase, when you want to remove the pillowcase, you cannot shake it out or anything like that. You cannot shake it out, so you want to easily remove the pillowcase where you're not shaking or anything like that. Okay? And if the patient in here, you want to always ask for their permission with everything. Ms. Rogers, can I set your pillow right here on your table? Always talk to the patient. Show them that you respect them. No shaking linen. You cannot fluff linen. You cannot carry linen close to your clothing. And I'm removing the linen where I'm rolling it away from me. I'm rolling this linen away from me. Okay? And now I can take this linen to the soil basket. You can't shoot no hoops or anything like that. It's considered a fail. Okay? So when making a bed, I like to call it 3, 2, 1, that you will actually need to make your bed. I didn't get a pillowcase. So you will need an actual fitted sheet. You will require a draw sheet, and you will require a bed pad. That would be the 3. And the 2 will be a top sheet and your blanket. That is considered the 2. And the 1 will be the pillowcase. So you need 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 kind of helps students be able to remember it. If it comes to a point you're taking your state board, you realize, oh, I forgot some equipment, it's okay to go get that equipment. But my hands are considered contaminated now. I have on gloves, so I'll be required to remove my gloves. Once I remove my gloves, I need to go wash my hands, and then I can go get the clean pillowcase because I forgot a pillowcase, okay? So I'm gonna grab a pillowcase really quick. So I told you all 3, 2, 1. The 3 would be the bottom fitted sheet, the draw sheet, and the bed pad. The 2 would be a top sheet, blanket, and the 1 will be a new pillowcase. You will work on one side of the bed. Typically, laundry will have this linen folded up a certain way, where you only do one side of the bed at a time. So I'm putting on the bottom fitted sheet. I'm putting on a bottom fitted sheet. And you want to roll this up directly to the middle of the bed. So first thing I will put down is the 3 on the half of the bed. So I told you all it's the fitted sheet. What else?
Draw sheet.
Draw sheet and a bed pad. Sometimes this is more of a regular sheet or whatever. But you'll always realize with a draw sheet or anything, the flaps are always on the outside. So these are flaps. right here, this is a flap. I'm kind of shaking this. Shaking is not allowed to state board at all. Flaps will always be on the outside when you put in a draw sheet down. Anytime that you lining linen up, you want this linen to be completely even, okay? Flaps on the outside, you're putting this directly in the middle of the bed. Now half of this needs to be rolled up. So it's 4 flaps on the outside. How many is half?
2.
Yes, half of this needs to be rolled up. So I'm gonna pull this over. With the draw sheet, you need to have some draw sheet hanging. And the reason why some of the draw sheet has to hang is because this is the only thing that you will tuck under out the 3. It's the draw sheet. After the draw sheet, what do I put down? The bed pad. The bed pad is typically used so if patients are incontinent, or even if they're continent, they pee or poop, it can hopefully fall on this bed pad. So I'm putting anything directly in the middle of the bed, and again, flaps are on the outside. Do you notice what I say when I say flaps? On the outside. Putting this directly in the middle of the bed, flaps on the outside. How many flaps y'all see? 2. So you have to roll up half. How many I'm rolling up?
1.
1. One of you who don't mind being on the video, would you come and pull this over? So you will start with the bottom fitted sheet, then the draw sheet, then the bed pad, pulling it one at a time. So that's the 3. Is your draw sheet hanging?
Yes.
You have to tuck it. Give it a good tight tuck. No wrinkles are acceptable because wrinkles do contribute to pressure ulcer development. No wrinkles are acceptable, okay? So this is the 3. The 3 would be the bottom fitted sheet, the draw sheet that we had to tuck under, and then the bed pad. What is the 2? The top sheet and the blanket. And we're gonna work our way, work with half of the bed. These things are supposed to be folded a certain way. All the time we don't fold them that certain way, but typically in a nursing home's hospital, laundry is trained to fold the linen a certain way. I'm not supposed to be shaking it, so don't try ever shake y'all linen, but I'm about to shake real fast, okay? Technically, it'll be folded inside out the long way. Okay. And I will put this directly in the middle of the bed. And flaps, again, are on the outside. I want this to hang over. Let this hang over. You need to always have some hanging over. How many flaps did you all see?
2.
So how many am I rolling up?
1.
Yep, you always roll up half the flaps. So I'm gonna roll up half the flaps. The next thing I will put down is what? The blanket. And technically this should be folded the long way too, inside out, but sometimes it ain't, so you're just gonna use what you get. Make sure the top of your sheet is at the top of your sheet, the bottom of your sheet at the bottom of your sheet, the top of your blanket at the top of the blanket, etc., etc. Okay? I'm actually gonna fold this inside out. This is not something that y'all supposed to do. Technically, it should be folded properly. And you need to have enough of this hanging over because what's hanging over is what we have to tuck under the bed. So give it a good tight tuck. Again, flaps are on the outside. You want to put any linen that you put on the bed directly in the middle of the bed. 2 flaps, I'm rolling up 1. Now you want to pull everything over, please. Once you actually have your top sheet and your bottom sheet on, you always want to stand directly at the head, the end of the bed, the foot of the bed. This gives you an opportunity to look on both sides to figure out, is your linen evenly on it? Is this top sheet and bottom sheet evenly on the bed? And in the event it's not, it's okay to give it a little shift to make sure your stuff is as even as possible. Okay. Now, one of the bigger things, you want to come back to the end of the bed or the foot of the bed. Once you know it's even, grab this top sheet and this blanket, lift it up and give it a good tight tuck. Okay? You give it a good tight tuck. And then you will come directly on this side of the bed. And once you come directly on this side of the bed, you are required to miter this corner. Part of mitering this corner is grabbing this blanket and this top sheet, lift it up, and it kind of turn into a triangle once you lay this down. Everything that's hanging, you want to give it a good tight tuck. And it's called a miter corner. Okay? And you will come around on this side. Once you come around on this side, lift up that top sheet, that blanket, give it a good tight tuck. And it's called a miter corner. Okay? And now we can fold this back. Awesome job. Okay. And last, I will put my pillowcase on the pillow. When you put a pillowcase on a pillow, you have to completely roll this pillowcase down. Completely roll it down. Put it up against the pillowcase, the pillow, and grab the direct middle of it and just pull it down. Because you cannot shake this pillow or anything like that. Pull it down. Now, just to say if it wasn't all the way in, you could lay it down and just push it all the way in. Okay? Put the pillow right there. At the end of every skill, I will actually put this bed in lowest position. I will check to make sure the wheels are locked. I will put the patient call light and reach. I will make sure this room is nice and clean. Make sure everything is where it needs to be at. And then I will clean up the room, remove this hamper. If the patient was in a room, of course, make sure they're comfortable, that type of thing. Patient not in here, so I put the bed in lowest position, locked all wheels, made sure the room was clean, patient call light where it needs to be, and I will put my hamper back, and the last thing I would do is what?
Wash your hands.
And that's it. So that's what y'all will actually practice, is how to make an unoccupied bed. And then you all can